Gear doesn't matter.
The gear's useless.
Gear doesn't matter.
Gear doesn't matter.
Gear doesn't matter.
Hello guys, I hope you're all doing great. Welcome to today's video. And as you have seen, it seems when you get into photography or filmmaking, you quickly run into these three words. Gear doesn't matter. It is kind of overused at this point. One of the main reasons why I think it feels tired at this point is because you have these people using thousands worth of equipment telling you that gear doesn't matter and that you should shoot on your crappy smartphone. So if gear doesn't matter, then why are they not doing it? So it just kind of starts feeling disingenuous, but actually I don't think it is disingenuous, and I think that they're right. So let me explain. The reason I don't think it is disingenuous is because, say you're a big name filmmaker or a photographer and a client approaches you because they want to work with you on a project. I'm assuming they approached you because you're one of the best at your levels, so they're going to want every other aspect of that project to be the best of the best, or at least the best of the best that their budget can afford. So you're going to need to use high quality gear so that you can please your clients and get more work in the future. Another reason why I think at that level you need to have high quality gear is because honestly at that point you're swimming with the sharks. So to stand out, you're going to need to have a very amazing portfolio, and I think high quality gear gets you halfway there and your skill does the rest of the work. Okay, now let's talk about why gear doesn't matter is actually true. Let's just remember that these creators at one point were at the beginning of their craft, and I think at that point, honestly, that statement is very true, because if you have an idea that you'd like to share but you don't have access to the best gear, I don't think you should just sit on that idea and wait for some arbitrary future date when you have the best gear to actually work on it. Instead, what you should do is just use the best gear that's available to you. If you want to take photos or shoot films, you can use your smartphone if you have one. If you have a friend who has a point and shoot camera, or you have access to a DSLR, whether you're going to rent it or borrow it from someone, then it doesn't matter, you use that. I think the reason why you should start with the gear that you have access to is because then you start working on the other aspects of the craft that are not technical or are not gear related. So now you're working on things like composition, and guys, composition is free. You also start getting into lighting, color, so you're studying all these other aspects that will carry over when you do eventually upgrade your gear. And also another thing, I think with currently where tech is, the gear is just so good. Even your regular smartphone right now is really good. For I think probably 90% of people, you don't even need to buy a dedicated camera. Your smartphone is enough. Like personally, I'm shooting on a 3-year-old camera and still I don't feel like I need to upgrade. I want to upgrade, but I don't feel like I need to upgrade. So right now the barrier to my creativity is actually me and not the gear that I'm using. So that's actually what I'm leaning on. I'm trying to learn how to tell better stories, how to be a better filmmaker, and hopefully when I do get better gear, those skills will carry over with me. Also another thing is, I think learning to use the gear that's currently available to you is that it also gives you time to save up for when you do eventually want to get better gear. And that allows you to get, let's say, better value for your money on your upgrade. So it allows you to go from an upgrade that's like a 1 to maybe a 5 or even a 10, instead of going from a 1 to a 2. Hopefully I explained that well enough, and that when you come across this statement again, that you're going to have some perspective on it. I hope you learned something from this one, or you at least enjoyed it. If you did, leave a like, share, comment, and if you're not already, please subscribe so you can get future updates on my uploads. Till next time, remember to be kind, stay creative, and I'll catch you on the next one. Bye.